my channel. So today there's a really weird echo and I don't know what it is. I'm gonna keep going. Welcome back to my channel. Today this is going to be on contouring. A lot of you have actually requested this, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what to do. So you can get so many different contouring palettes. If you're a beginner though, I would really start off with powder. The one that I use is a NYX Pro palette, and it's got the highlighter and lifting colours and everything with it. You can get so many different shades. I've actually run out of the highlighter over here. You can get cream contour, which I've just got one like that, and it's got all the shades that are required for contouring. But as I say, it is a lot harder to blend with contouring with cream contour, because the reason is, if you map out all your face, if you've seen all these people and they've got like line here, lines everywhere with dark shades and lighter shades, by the time you've mapped your face out and you go to buff it in, it's already dried and set, so you won't be able to obviously blend that in well. But with powders, obviously you can just work it into the skin. If a contour palette with too many different colours scares you too much, then don't use that many colours. You can just get ones with 3 colours in it, or even 2, just a dark colour and a light colour. I haven't used this for ages, but if you want to start off, this is actually a cream one, but if that's what I'm talking about, you get 2 different colours, so you can get that in powder form. Nearly every brand I know does a contouring palette of some sort, so it's just what's working for you. If you want a more of a high-end palette, go for the bigger brands, but you can get high street palettes as well. Obviously one of my favourite brands is NYX, and I do like this contour palette, but just shop around, you'll find one that suits you, and I'll now show you what to do. So first of all, I am just going to prime my face. I'm using 2 different colours because where it's been so sunny, I have caught the sun a little bit, so I need to match it with my skin tone now. Right, just start working that in. Down onto the neck, never forget the neck. Born to Glow concealer. And then I'm going to get my Huda Beauty Banana Bake across. More lifted as well that you want your eyes to be, take your concealer up towards your hairline and it will give you that lifting effect. Oh, it smells so nice. Right, so I'm now going to go on to contouring, and then I can finish the look and everything after, but obviously I wanted to concentrate on contouring first. Using my blush brush, and you can use it multiple ways with different products and different techniques. You don't have to do it with just blush, but this is one of my brushes that I like to use, especially for powder as well. It's quite, because it's tapered, because it's a tapered brush. I'm going to go in first with the dark colour. So that's the darkest colour that you want, is where you want, basically where you want the places shadowed and hidden is where you put the dark colour. They say that an oval face is the perfect face shape, so if you did want to go for that face shape, just imagine an oval coming round on your face, and then everything outside of that oval is where you can put the contour, and you will get more of an oval looking face, and then you can do your cheekbones and so on and so on. A lot of people like to go to their own face shape and just buff out what they like and what they don't like and enhance and get rid of other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of colour on the tip of the brush. Don't smother the whole brush in it because you're just going to get too much of a thick line. You just want it on the end. So tap off any excess, and you're going to start. You want it to taper off going down towards your eye. So you want to start a little trick, top of your ear. You want to follow the line of the top of your ear going downwards towards the outer corner of your mouth, but you don't want to go all the way down to your lip. You want to go down so it goes right in front of where your eyesight is. So I'll demonstrate that now. So starting up the top and working your way down. And it's so much more easier to blend as well. So you want to bring it down to around there. Don't panic if it goes on too much, because you can buff it out, you can blend it, it's workable. So I always like to go on the shade lighter, that one, again on the end, and then working those colours in, and you want it to go into the hairline. Make sure you blend that out. So there's no harsh line. And you want to make it so you envision you going like a fish. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Remember to tap. I want to hear that noise. Working it in. And you want the bulk, you want the thicker bit more up here, and then you want it to taper off into a line. Some people like to use those strokes, some people like to circle. I tend to use a bit of both, but my go-to move is circular movements. Right, so I'm going to go back into the lighter shade. Right, so you can already tell that that's brought my face shape in. You've got your line and you've got your other line here. So the other place that you want to, with the same brush, is to make your forehead look smaller. You can bring this up from here, you can meet it here, because a lot of people like to go in a number 3, like so. So just work your way around. And the top into the hairline and meet to the other side. Don't worry, it looks a bit silly at the minute, but I promise it will look okay. Make sure that's really worked in, and then you want to take a little bit, and I like to go in as well towards just on the outsides of the outer brows. So just dab that in, building the colour up. So it looks a bit mad at the minute, trust me. And the next bit you want to do is that you want to join this bit going down your jawline and down towards your chin and underneath your chin, because if you have got a bit of a double chin, it gives the illusion that you have a slimmer chin and a more defined jaw. So you want to take the darker colour again and start working your way across your jawline, like so. So you can see that shadow has made me look like I've got a more prominent jawline. Same the other side. And go underneath the chin to give that little bit of a shadow. under the chin and bring that down so that's blended in. So there's no, you don't want to look up. Can you imagine if you look up in a photo and then you've just got like this big line where you've contoured under your chin and not blended it out. So just blend that down. And obviously already that's giving you more of a definition in your jawline. And as again, if you want a more of a pointed chin, you can actually go in where my fingers are is where you want to go in with the darker colour. So with the darker shade, if you wanted a more of a prominent chin so it looks more triangle shaped down to the bottom, again just very lightly buff in and shape out how you want it. Right, so now I'm going to go back in with the lighter colour in this palette. I'm not going to use the banana shade because I've already got banana set in Huda Beauty powder. So I'm just going to go in. I'm just going to go just literally above the cheekbone. So there's no harsh line, to give a nice seamless blend with those colours. And just go all the way where you've just contoured. Go underneath the line. Above. Just working that in so it's not too harsh, not too dark. Looks better. Bring that into the hairline. The next part is the nose. So if you're not happy with your nose, you can make it look slimmer, you can make it look wider, you can even make it look shorter. I'm going to go in with just a fluffy brush. That one will do. So I'm just going to go in, I'm actually going to use my little mirror for this one. So I wouldn't go with darker colour on this. I would literally go, because obviously with your nose it is harder to blend out than it is your skin. So I would literally go with this shade for my nose. Again, on a tapered fluffy brush, put it just on the ends. You don't want to put too much product on. So starting up by your brow, if you want to bring that down and draw, you basically draw in two lines, one either side. So you can go a little bit further down or a little bit further up. It depends if you want it to look slimmer or wider. So you can see that line there, that will be buffed out. So you want to just buff that out. And then what you want to do is take the lighter colour and you want to just go over just above and below. I like to go as well where you went with the darker colour. So just blend all that in, which is blended in all to your hairline and to your ears and down the neck. The lighter shade up here too. So if you want your, you can actually use concealer as well, just to, I like to put like that and like so. And this is easier to work in rather than using the cream, so this is another tip. So you can just go everywhere you put where you want the light areas. Don't want to go mad, you just literally want minimal product, a little bit on the chin, so you look like that. And then you can use a damp beauty sponge, make sure it's damp, and then not soaking wet, just a little bit damp, and then just work that in just above the line where you put the darker colour. Avoid dragging, use dabbing motions, otherwise you're going to shift that colour that you've already applied. So go across. See, this dries quite quickly, so I need to work quite quickly with this. It's easier if you use a smaller, especially for the nose. It'll just give you a really nice chiselled appearance. So, and then you can just buff into that. So you can really envision the free going down. So what you want to do is highlighter. So I'm going to be using my Iconic London strobe stick, and looks like that. This is in the shade, this is the Shine, Iconic Shine, which it is lovely. So I'm actually going to put that in the places, and you can use a beauty sponge for this as well to work it in, or you can just use your fingers, whatever you find easier. So this is quite potent, so you don't want too much because it's super pigmented. So you want to do it just literally along top of your cheekbone, like go just across the cheekbone like so. Oh, is that picking it up? And then I like to put some on the tip of my nose, literally just the tip. You don't want to put it any further down than that. And then I like to put just a little bit just above, like that. I like to put, I'll do the eyebrows once I've done the eyebrows. I like some on the Cupid's bow, and then I like a tiny amount on the chin. So you want to think about where the light naturally hits your face and where you want the more highlighted place. I might even just use my finger just to buff that in. You can go up into the hairline just so it just works its way up like so. So you can just see now it looks like I've got more of a prominent cheekbone. So do the same the other side. Like so. Because the light's hitting me there, so I need to turn that way so you can see that side. And then I'm going to just work that bit across the tip of my nose, so it will just give you like a nice little button nose, and then just buff it in. You don't want to smudge it in too much, you just literally want to just deposit it onto the skin so it's still highlighting your face, otherwise it's going to sink into your skin too much. That is basically contouring. I'm going to go ahead and go and finish the look. Go put some concealer. Born to Glow. There we go. Just go across. And I always use concealer as a base. So you want to get your damp beauty blender. Just work that in across. I am now going to get a clean brush. And I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty nude light palette. I would show you what it looks like inside, but my kids decided to get hold of it. Feeling quite burnt orange look today. Quite a nice colour. And then I'm going to go in with a slightly darker colour, and I'm going to use one of my Maiskye brushes. This is a medium eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to literally put the darker colour and just deposit it in the outer crease and along the lash line. Right, then I'm going to take the fluffy brush, wipe off any excess, and just blend that in. Right, I'm actually going to take that darker colour as well down on my lower lash waterline. Meeting up with the corner you just done. A bit of a shimmer, so one of her shimmery colours I'm just gonna place. Try to dab it as well when you're doing shimmery colours. More of a pinky tone. So I'm now going to go in with my eyebrow brush. I'll be back once I've done my eyebrows. Right, eyebrows done. I am now going to apply just a little bit of mascara. I'm not going to bother with eyeliner on this look. Straight on where I'd done my highlighter. A tiny bit underneath. So now I like to take my strobe at this point when I start going to do my highlighting. I get a little brush, pick up some of the highlighter, and obviously you know I like to put a little bit just to highlight my brow. So that gives you a nice finish. As well, with your highlighter, you can actually go in the tear ducts, brighten up that part of your eye, and you can just drag it down just a tiny bit, blending that in. That is how I do my contouring. I'd love to hear you giving it a go. If you're more advanced, obviously go in with the cream rather than the powder. But if you are a beginner, please try with powders first, and don't be scared of it. That's it. Don't be scared of it. It is quite a daunting thing when you're doing it for the first time, but trust me, when you get the hang of it, it's a game changer. I'm just going to finish off with some lip and spritz. So I'm just going to go in with Birthday Suit. It's quite a pinky look, so I want the lips to match. And I'm just going to go over with a gloss. Iconic London one. And then with the Iconic London setting spray in Original, you don't want to, because it can make your face quite wet, so I want to do, I just tend to do 3 and dust yourself into it. I hope you found this, I think my chair just broke. I hope you found this useful. Make sure you give me a huge thumbs up, subscribe and press the notifications bell for upcoming videos, and I'll be back with another video with your requested looks. Leave any comments in the comment section below, and I will link the products of the contouring palettes that I have used today. I will see you soon.